1, 2, 3, 4. What do we come back for? It's another bot replay. Welcome to the Beanami channel. It's time to play our lives away. Time to play another game as we go playing it on. Gonna see what we did wrong, what we could do better. We're here to improve. Now let's get better. Yeah. Whoa. That was a surprise. The song came out of nowhere. Hope you all enjoy it. Welcome back, Blindside. Welcome to the Beanami channel. Maybe leave a little like, maybe leave a little comment, maybe a little, hit a little subscribe. Maybe I'll see you next time. Welcome, one and all. Welcome to this beautiful map. What is this thing called? Who knows? Let's find out. It's this corner. Whitefire Remake. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back in the most unreasonable video game known to man. The best real-time strategy game currently on the market in my very humble opinion. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Now let's get right into it. This is a pretty cool game, Legion enabled, baby, as it should be when you're playing Rotato. It's going to be much more fun with a little Legion in your life. This map is an interesting map. Let's start by talking just a little about the map. A weird kind of asymmetry that happens because of these big rocks that you have. These are your like super defensive positions, but obviously most everything usually kind of comes down to this line. Interesting part being, I decided today to choose this side of the map. I don't really know much about this map, but this felt like an impact position to me. Why? I see a lot of mexes here. You know, I saw a lot of mexes and I counted them up really quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This guy has same thing with like this guy. Me, I'm gonna get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe even 9. So I figure this side of the map was the impact spot. It's dark red. You know, we have to choose somewhere that we can have impact from is really what I've been experiencing more and more in my games. It really does feel like extra waste to pick Pond, for example, on Isthmus as the high OS guy, because like it's, you know, it's the stable position. I know how to play other positions, but I just love playing Pond. Well, on a Rotato map, we're definitely going to do our best to have as much impact as possible. Now, let's see here. What's our Admiral Makarov doing? Low on energy, poor guy. So, let's look at what we're doing. I saw that this map was kind of energy bad, so I decided 2 solar collectors to start the game with today. Obvious bot lab on a relatively low energy map, and because I desperately, desperately, desperately wanted a res bot. So, got a res bot rolling right away, got a con rolling right away, get our commander moving forward right away. Now, we'll see this later, but this mech, I totally forgot about it and left it there. Bit sad, bit unfortunate. We're already getting a pawn forward, feeling good about it, but I don't think I end up doing much with this thing. Professor Lava Hot, on the other hand, see, and so this is one of those map things, right? This is you're in the go and do something really fast spot, because this hill is almost impossible to really come off of. If that makes any sense. I think that Dark Blue really, from this position, this is the first place that he really needs to hold, right? Because, again, he's against the mountain position, and so they're not going to be, like, I mean, maybe make some rascals, or sorry, some rovers, some ticks. You come off your hill, maybe you get a little aggression going. But generally, right, like, this is going to be the lane that people are exploiting. Now, too bad, so sad. Could have gotten my pawn in to Dark Blue, could have like literally just killed his entire base with 1 pawn. Unfortunate, we miss the impact. Pink also, not a clue what to do with his units. They're just like following a weird path. Anyway, we're coming up to the front. We're ready to fight. The favorite unit of mine, the tier 1.5 unit out of the Armada Bot Lab, the Centurion, ready to fight. Look at that intimidating light blue guy up there. But these blitzes, they ain't shit for no Centurion, baby. Get them out of my face, boy. That's right, that's right, that's right, that's right. And so, we're back. We've already taken all of our mexes. Good. Way to go. Love moving forward, getting my mexes. I mean, it's kind of nice that we've halted Crossfade, actually, right? He's been... Whoa, and Commander Boxeater already getting a kill on his lane opponent's commander. Very, very nice. against lowest OS on enemy team. I'm not too surprised that fell apart horribly. Blitz is getting through. Ooh, looking like they're getting some decent value here. 2 mechs is blown up, so the crossfade actually isn't that far behind. Hopefully, let's see. None of this is revivable. Not even that one. So unfortunate for Haru. None of his stuff can be revived, and the vultures immediately come to eat everything. The vultures, Lasbots. And oh wow, Dark Blue even got all the way to the tech guy, who, what a surprise, no response out of our lowest OS player. Didn't make a unit. Yeah, you completely relied on the blitz dying to the explosion damage there. So that's pretty god awful. Yeah, look at that. Now we're behind 10 wins there too. Dark Blue finding the early impacts. Way to go, sneaking his units through. Love to see it. We're just continuing the fight though. I think, yeah, look at this. My Centurion has come back. He's got 5 kills. Let's go. What the heck? And this is my classic comp right now. Centurion, Rocket Boys. Centurions are the good fighters. Rocket Boys can kind of fight anything, but Centurion's obviously a lot stronger. Now, I was very scared, not really thinking too much, but I was very afraid of like some kind of an attack angled past me, because like look at this, I had to really, I was freaking out at some point in this game and had to slam some energy storage really bad. So okay, whoa, the game is progressing really quickly. It's 5 minutes into the game, folks, and my eco player is lost in the sauce. He is not doing anything. I have zoomed out at this point. Commander Box Eater killed a commander, and I'm like, okay, my guy isn't going tier 2 yet. 73% completed by opponent. Let's just go our own tier 2 because like we're never going to get it otherwise. So I make my own tier 2 this game because yeah, this felt like a really strong army as well, right? These are all things going through my mind as I'm playing this game here. I have 2 Centurions, a bunch of rocket bots, like what is that, 10 or so, 12, 11, and opponent doesn't have too much. He's got a little static, he's got a little wall, and rocket bots just kind of beat everything. Even Janus, generally your rocket bots will just win. You know, of course you get swarmed with ticks, pawns, etc. Rocketmen fall apart, but in a position like this, Rocketmen are always superior, and that's why I love following up the Centurions with the Rocketmen, because it's like kind of semi-short range DPS unit, and then the long range take out all of the static unit. Now, a thought right now, okay? A thought. We have just put, what is this, 66%, so about almost 2,000 metal into this lab. That could have been 4 Centurions and like, what is the grunt cost these days? What's a pawn cost these days? Any pawns? Any pawn enjoyers? Maybe we can find one like this. I was the only pawn enjoyer of this game. Okay. Anybody with a tier 1 arm lab? This is an important question I want answered. Okay. Pawn costs 54. So, yeah, I could have had easily like 4 Centurions and 20 pawns ready to go right now, you know, as an army, instead of what I do now. And look at this. I mean, that would have been a joke. This would have ended the game. Like, I just walk 1 Centurion forward, the pawns come forward, the Centurion takes the 3 shots. If it's full HP, I think it lives. I think a full HP Janus, or a full HP Centurion can live 3 Janus shots. And then you just blow it up with the pawns, right? Like, this is over for him, I think, if I have just fully committed into units right now. Very unfortunate that I didn't. Commander Box Eater starting his bot lab on maces. He's a mace man. He wants to do maces today, and he should be quite good at it too. Now, something to think about for Commander Box Eater, and people in Commander Box Eater's position here. He has 900 metal, 1200 energy. He wants to put down a second lab. Fine. And I especially like that it's close to the front. I would recommend 1 more build turret, from your con over here, one more build turret, and then eating this lab, putting down a build turret first before you put down your forward lab, especially because, and he's actually played really well. By the way, clap for bringing the construction bot forward quickly. I know 6 minutes, maybe not quickly for really good gamers out there, but that's not really what this channel is for, is it? You always want to get this construction bot forward, right? And I have my guy coming forward to build a construction turret, right? Covering 2 of my metal extractors, covering some of my static defense to help keep it healed up. And this is also where, obviously, like, ideally, this is a good fallback point. I can start staticking up there later in the game. So we lose a lot of tempo with this advanced bot lab, that's for sure. But, like, yeah, we're 66%, and bro is just not even, like, started. Bro is not even started over here. 1 energy storage, and he's just, like, going converters. I don't get it. I don't get it, you guys. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's just one of those things that can really ruin games. Just having, like, crucial positions not know even a little bit what they should be doing. Now, let's see. How's this trade win going so far? I've taken out a Janus. Both my Centurions are still alive, so I guess looks like maybe a Grunt took the flak. I should have been I should have, like, asked Commander Box Eater to, like, move a Grunt forward every once in a while from his pack, I think, to be the fodder for these Janus, because I think that would have helped a lot, as we're about to see here. I think these Janus can actually hold and repel this because, yeah, they're just driving backwards. So gives them a lot of power. And the rocket bots, the problem is, of course, they miss, and that's never fun. Okay, Grunts go in. I mean, they just kill all the Janus, right? No. Okay. Bad micro from Commander Box Eater. Just sends them forward in a clump. You gotta get on top. Otherwise, yeah, the Janus just do that to you. Unfortunate. Unfortunate for Commander Box Eater. The poor micro there. I mean, these Janus end up being a real thorn in our side. So if we could have killed all 4 of them right there, have me with my rocket bots versus 1 Whistler, or 2 Whistlers and a coming Janus, I think this would have been even more over. Our tier 2 lab is finally finishing up, though, and that's the thing, right? That's the thing why maybe it wouldn't have actually been over. Another quick thought. Because Zag, I don't have more units. I literally have 7 rocket bots. I'm just going tier 2, you know? So, unfortunate. I wish I could just be living the dream like Dark Blue, just making tier 1, knowing that green is going to send me a tier 2 con very quickly. Although, oh god, wow. Green is not microing his build power very well over here. We saw it, folks. We saw this decaying. Especially as an eco player, you don't have to be looking anywhere else. Please, for the love of God, micro your con turrets, micro a construction bot so that, you're not decaying on your stuff. So this was a fun play. I liked this, but it didn't end up working as well as I thought it did. So he can see 1. He knows that 1 was there, but I really liked the idea of putting down some beholders and getting, yeah, look at this, just getting way better vision. Because obviously going up the hill is hard. And shooting up the hill harder, especially when you're just working with radar dots. So to give yourself the best chance, you want to have a beholder. I think Commander Box Eater could have really taken the opportunity and put one down here. This is where beholders are good. I've laughed at them before when I've seen them put in Isthmus C, but I've been getting way higher on these beholder units just because of how important it actually is to see your enemy when you shoot at them. We happily shoot away at the radar dots, but all too often we miss those. If we had beholders instead of radar dots, we would be shooting a lot more accurately. Now, Commander Box Eater lined up with the maces, me lined up with the rocketmen. I think we might end up going for an attack here, which is a real, like, dumb thing of me to call for. As I'm like, I think I could eat these 2. Yeah, I could have eaten the solar panels to push for a little quicker tier 2 here. I probably shouldn't still be making more butlers in a second con bot. I should probably just ask. Yeah, I should have asked Commander Box Eater for some metal right now. Looking at the bars again, right? The classic thing that I'm really coming back to over and over in my games. looking at the bars, Commander Bogseater has the medal for me right now. I just need to ask him for it, right? Like, it's going to pay back tenfold if I can get 500 metal right now and just dump it into these advanced tier 2 metal constructors. Because, like, look at this. Look at this. We're not even realistically that far behind enemy eco player right now as far as total income is concerned. And so we've actually, like, done a pretty good job. Yeah, see, look at this. I have made more metal than their eco player, and I'm going to continue having made more metal than their eco player because I'm about to catch right back up to 3 tier 2 mexes. And the problem again, our front has been incredibly weak, and now Zag has been allowed to just, arm up 10 Yanus on the high ground, and just look at that. Boom, 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 boom. It's so awful. And then here, I made a very awkward call, which again I didn't like. So Commander Bugs, and I are, we're usually in columns, chilling, and I made the call here to push up the hill. Don't like that. Don't like that one bit. I thought that did we know how many Yanus there were on top of the hill? Now we do, but I thought there were less than that for sure, at the very least, and I thought that this could end up being a good fight. I mean, look at this. Like, all the Yanus perfectly clumped up. With 10 of them, as it turns out, it's just like too many rockets for how many dudes we had. The Phobos follow-up. Oh, yeah. And, by the way, I don't know if you guys noticed, Crossfade had to take over. Not that it matters too much, right? Like, this is a very handleable bit of base. Like, it's almost like you started here and then, you walked down here to make a bot lab because you were making vehicles or something. So good for enemy team because Crossfade is now humongous, ridiculously huge. Just gets all these resources for free. Over here we see a devastating battle. Yellow not bringing any build power to the front. Just oh no, feeding his commander? No, getting a commander. So then where is his? Where is Yellow's commander? I don't. This is very confusing to me. Where did Yellow go? There's pink, there's light blue. Where's Yellow? Maybe I'm just blind, folks. I'm sorry. As Yellow, yeah, didn't put up a wall, didn't put up any static. Went Centurions. Don't see any rocket bots. It's just not powerful enough against what the opponent is throwing at you, which is just Decurions. On a hill, rocket bots versus Decurions, easy W every single day of the week. Like, it's not even close. They literally cannot move if they get hit by a rocket bot coming up a hill. They just stop moving. So Decurions overrunning like this, yeah, unfortunate, man. Mr. Chicken Tikka Masala just sucks. That's just what you get in some of your games. 25 OS just doesn't know how to counter certain units. What are you going to do? So we're continuing to scale as best we can. Get my tier 2s up. Handing over the tier 2 to Commander Bogseater because this guy, I don't think he's handed anything out yet. He hasn't given Pink anything. Did he give Air something? Nope. Air had to make his own tier 2. Yep, hasn't given anything to anybody at 12 minutes, folks. This is when bar games get painful. This is when bar games get painful. Professor Lavahot, just sitting, not doing a single bloody thing, not taking these mexes, not fighting for this mex, not seeing what this high ground is like, because it's literally just LLTs, you guys. It's like a couple of LLTs. Literally just walk thugs up in a line and you will kill all of these, right? Walk 2 times the amount of thug up into this and you just kill it all. Okay, so the fact that he's sitting here, rocket bots in hand, 13 rocket bots, 1,400 metal, 4 kills amongst them. This should be dead. This, like, the fact that Professor Lavahot is just chilling, he's not transitioning, he's not scaling very much of anything, he's just not doing anything, and I hate that. It makes me mad. Same thing with Lero, who just doesn't know what he's doing. He's making a fusion for himself, and he's already overflowing on energy. Like, folks, this is just, like, you need to be thinking about your bars. You need to be thinking about the fact that you have a lot of units on the field. You need to then use them. You need to know, does my opponent have enough to hold? Or does he not? And okay, I didn't know this. This is traversable. Okay. That sucks. Because I'm certain Commander Box Eater could have done some gnarly work if he could have just walked up here. He could have just walked up that high ground instead of into the Janus choke point that we walked into. Man, that sucks. Or maybe that's just a Legion specialty, you know, these guys. Look at these beautiful boys. Ready to rock, ready to roll. Ah, Janus, folks. Janus, Janus, Janus. I don't think I'll ever understand truly the power of the Janus. It is something special, and I wish I could harness it better. Because Zag 20 OS just owns me. He's been owning us this game with these Janus. And I just don't really see it. Oh, look at this, by the way. Well played by Crossfade. These turrets melt all of Commander Box Eater's units. I mean, these things are nuts, by the way. 328 DPS in a penetrating stream. And he has 4 of them lined up like this. Very smart from Crossfade. I mean, and just what's incredible, he puts 1,000 metal of static down over here, and then he's got, you know, a couple hundred of LLTs over here, and Pink just doesn't do anything. He doesn't go push blue now that he sees his homie dying. He doesn't go try light blue. He's just like, yeah, I'll just sit here. That'll be good. It's pissing me off. Sorry, guys. So we finally have our tier 2 up. We've made our mexes, and now I figure hounds. Hounds are very strong as kind of the first unit out of your tier 2, especially at 14 minutes when it's nobody else has really transitioned, right? Like, yeah, okay, Zag has finally done it. He made his own tier 2. I don't understand why all these poor people this game had to make their own tier 2. It's so crazy. Tech players, hand out tier 2s, please. Like, unless you have some very specific, you know, rush or plan you're trying, just hand them out. Just be a good guy. Another thing, by the way, that probably would have helped me this game, eating some of this wall. I really regret not eating some or most of this wall. It's 128 metal that could have been mine. Running my hounds into the Janus, silly me. Suddenly a bomber appears, which felt very silly as well. And I just wasn't paying attention to these Dragon Balls at all. Oh, look, our tech player has sent a unit, and he's not letting us micro it at all. Wow, how handy. Commander Box Eater comes again with his thugs. He's just kind of been making thugs this game. Okay, he's got his tier 2 guy doing the tier 2 thing, and now all of a sudden, look, oh god, look at this, you guys. This is just the difference between a player who is situationally aware and a player who is not. Crossfade identified over and over this game. Okay, I gotta fortify this area, I gotta help my homie fortify this area, and I gotta make spam. Perfect. He found goals, he executed them. Pink, he was like, why is there nobody to fight here? And just decided to not try and fight anybody with his, 30 units. And then when he finally does, it's 15 minutes into the game. Crossfade has been able to scale, right? We see, yep, we've got tier 2s up here. He's been able to scale, and now he just has way more spam than you, Pink. Incredibly more spam. Oh my goodness gracious, and he's making a Sheldon instead of a tier 2! If we're going to be making early defense units, right? If that's going to be your argument for why these Sheldons are okay, just make Jumos. Just make Sumos. Like, make these. Make Sumos. Make Fiends. Make a Mammoth if you can. This is just not Sheldons. 800 metal here, folks. Look at how effective this is going to be against these Decurions here. It's 800 metal versus 900 here. You enjoying, folks? Wow. Wow. No energy for D-Gun because he doesn't have a battery. Okay. We need to... This game was a frustrating one, folks. You can probably tell. It was a frustrating one. So we're back. Now, incredibly enough, let's assess the situation here. Somehow, okay, we've pushed Zag completely back. We've taken out all of the Dragon Maws that were a threat. And I have what is this? 8 hounds at the front, just about, versus some what are these? What are these gentlemen's again? The satyrs. Yeah. So this looks quite good. I even have radar jammer up. Okay, okay. So this actually doesn't look too bad here. What is coming out of the lab? Okay, I made a little anti-air, which honestly, 1,000 metal in anti-air, probably too much. Should have just been, you know, half quarter way to a fat boy or a portion of the way to snipers. So I chose snipers because I started seeing these bulls. Fat boys, also fine. Wouldn't have minded. So another problem that we're seeing immediately here. Look at all my AFK build power right here. This is like almost 1,500 BP, I bet. Or like, yeah, almost 1,000 BP that I just don't have doing anything. I should be slamming a fusion. I can just slam a fusion this game, folks. And I need to start being willing to see that more often, especially in games like this where I'm against relatively, you know, okay players. Just slam the fusion in the front, right? If my tier 2 has made it all the way up here, just slam it down up here so that I don't have to worry about what this guy is doing back here, and I can just keep my boys. And I should have been, you know, yeah, not queued up more wins, not queued up more wins. It's very, very unfortunate for me right now. Also, again, sharpshooter, I don't have energy for a sharpshooter, so it's kind of, it's a real smorgasbord of small mistakes at 15 minutes from us this game, which could have been improved greatly. As wait a second, we're listening through the screen, we're putting down more BP, which I don't think, obviously we don't need. So that's a bit of a mistake. As let's see here, Crossfade very upset, not doing 3v1. He says it's not a 3v1, it's not a 3v1, it's been a 2v1 at worst. Commander Box Eater has the button down on the thugs. He's got him in front for me. Starlight, okay. That was definitely a problem, as yeah, every Starlight shot is going to kill one of my tier 2 units, which I hate. They wanted to target down Commander Box Eater, of course, who was trying to reclaim, very smart of him. And Air Player starts sending me garbage to eat, and I knew he would, because we're the only threatening lane. We zoom out again, we see our Air Players had to take over Chicken Tikka Masala because that guy was weak. And now the enemy just gets to focus on us, of course. Our eco player didn't give us the tier 2, so it died because he fed it. But the Starlight rolled way too far forward, and so we immediately run in and kill it. These are the little micro things that can win you games where you're, you know, where you're not focusing on this so much. Commander Box Eater suddenly gets run by with fiends. He really needs to be thinking about right now, right? He's zoomed out. He's zoomed out. He needs to be thinking, oh god, this entire lane is broken. I'm wide friggin' open. If I want to keep my base up here, I'm going to need walls. I'm going to need some static defenses. Number one static defense in this case, of course, the beamer. You could start thinking about pit bulls, right? The pop-up Gauss cannons, the tier 2 pop-ups. Those are also fairly decent price point for their effectiveness, especially against these silly little units like fiends or even these termites, which I do love that Dark Blue is using, by the way. Must be really nice to just not have to think about much this game as Dark Blue. Bro got absolutely run through and just getting to make fun units. Anyway, look at this. I've shot out of the air with my anti-air 7. Count them, 7 air-to-ground gunships. That is no small amount of metal. That is, yeah, 2,100 metal. So the 2 anti-air bots did get value in the end. Unfortunately, we're not microing them back. Run, boys, run! 2,500 HP, though. They're not too afraid of these satyrs. So the hounds, the most microed unit in the game, you know, and it should be. It should be. I think this unit has potential, and it's just in that super duper micro, right? But yeah, I probably would have rather had Sheldon's this game. Thinking back at it, like looking at this, we start the tick spam because I need something in front, as Dark Green has started his spam. So I'm like, okay, well, yeah, ticks it is, ticks it is. Sniper 1 has arrived, and Fusion 1 is done. Yay! Dark Blue already had his Fusion up, because of course he's just allowed to do whatever the frick he wants. So, yeah. Unfortunate for our air player here that he's somehow behind on fighters, even though we just saw opponent air invest 2100 metal into air-to-ground fighters. That sucks. So our sniper is up. We, of course, would prefer to shoot the commander here or the Starlight. But yeah, the problem is that Crossfade can just make enough spam for us at this point in the game. Now, obviously, the Fat Boys are coming, so that was, I think, a great unit choice from me. I definitely should have, at this point, I could have gone an Aphis. You know, interestingly enough, here, I think at 20 minutes I could have gone an Aphis. I might have had just enough time. So I start putting down LLTs because I start seeing this dark green spam come through. I'm thinking, okay, it has to die. And the best way to do that is with LLTs, obviously. So I try to take my hounds, snipe a little bit of the eco that Zag has got here. It's really incredible, isn't it? 3 hounds are just a deadly threat to a commander. As I think we do end up getting him here. Oh, how could they put that barrage? Yes! And then I think we even... Yes. And we snipe that guy down with the other sharpshooter. Lovely. I don't... Oh, God. Sharpshooters, take him out! Target the bad man. Bang, get out of my face. Zag has no energy, you guys, for like a whole minute straight we've been watching, and gone. Oh, the problem with energy per shot units. So I choose to shove my units over here. Now, another point. Okay, Commander Box Eater going up. He's got his metal in the hand. He's ready to make some good units really, really soon. We get an incinerator, which I don't think ends up picking it up this hill. It's very funny. Our tech player like tries to save us or something and like help us, but I just hate it. He has nothing, and he's giving us 2,600 metal in units that it's just not going to get microed. I just wish that people like this would at least hand off the units so that they can focus on other stuff. Like the fact that it's just here. Like it's so good, man. If I could have this unit right now, just think about what I could do. So even Dark Blue sends his spam our way at this point. That's how, like, we're the only threat left in this game. Unfortunately, Commander Box Eater has committed into completely clumped up build power on the front, which I think is stupid. As you can see here, I'm kind of trying my best to declump my build power so that it won't all go up in one. And he hasn't put down any defenses, and he's scaling his eco up here instead of back here, where he has 2 con turrets. So a bit unfortunate for our boy, as this looks like an awful lot of units that's probably not going to go into this lane, if we're honest with ourselves. So, oh no, they turned around. Okay. So Incinerator 1 already dead? Yep, what a surprise. I wonder how it happened. I really do. And I just wish, like, look at this. This thing is having to, like, carve into the ground. It's killing Commander Box Eater's units. I just wish it was mine. I just wish it had been given to me. Look at the push we could have pulled off right now, folks. Look at it. If we had this incinerator, we literally could have just marched. The Fat Boy's not good enough. So what? It must be predictive shooting at this grunt. Do I still have some anti-air? Nah. Snipers are busy shooting this. Another thought, of course. I wish that I just... Oh, what could we have made? What could we have made this game? What is available to us? We have the Recluse. I think if we had sent a pack of 5 Recluses up this hill, we could have easily won the game. Just like that. So Zag getting angry because he doesn't know how units work. Or how to build energy, for that part. We've got a Pulsar up because I was afraid. Put some tier 2 walls in front of it because I was afraid. Put some pit bulls right next to it because I was afraid. And that doesn't really end up paying off. I wish I had pushed this Pulsar forward a bit more. Yeah, you know, somewhere to the edge of this at least, because then what are we talking? Something like that, so probably something almost that much more range. Yeah, it would have mattered. We would be getting some shots off right now. Hey, okay, Commander Box Eater's popped out some mammoths for us. Very, very nice. And again, the impending doom, dude. Dark blue coming in. We see it in theory. And Commander Box Eater not that afraid at the moment. Also unfortunate he had, yeah, just a little micro things, eh? So I thought this was the moment, but unfortunately Zag has now had enough time, I think, to get at least some energy production. He's at 700 a second now, at roughly average wind. Average wind is 10? Funny. Um, and so, yeah, now the starlight is up, and that's pretty spooky. I don't have any anti-air anymore. I just put down some thistles because I'm like, God, I need something. And they have good range. Let's see, do they shoot at this thing at all? No. I could have gotten. I really should have. Again, I really like. My commander is here. I have really interesting plays open to me. Like watching this, I have really interesting plays. Right, build a lab up here. Recluses. Build a lab here. More anti-air because the mammoths are kind of the only thing shooting this, and it's 7% at a time with 2 shots. It's just so expensive. And now the fiends are coming right after all of Commander Box Eater's stuff got blown up by other people's fiends. Azure Zealot sure was proud of work he didn't do, but yeah, Dark Blue got through, put the bully on us. Thanatos that's only really capable of friendly firing. Pink, who, despite the fact that he's been sitting here for the last 5 minutes, hasn't been able to recover very much. Hasn't been able to put any units out. And yeah, now we just run into the air problem. My 2 anti-air bots died. I'm trying to like keep Commander Box Eater alive because now we've identified together like, oh yeah, this spam is definitely coming for you, brother. Let me try and cover you. So the sharpshooters come. But yeah, now we just run into this problem where just the anti-air kind of peppered us up very nicely. The Kurkinos stood thick and strong. And now I've just got, a mammoth, an incinerator that isn't getting microed, 2 fat boys, and some snipers that I feel like have to be kept on defense. And Dark Blue is now also coming over with a Sheldon Ball. Really starts to add up against us. But like I was saying, I think I really had some opportunities here. If you haven't been able to tell how this game is going to end for a while now, I respect your childlike innocence. We lose, and I think this is kind of the end of the interesting part of this replay. There's not really any cool plays that end this game. It's just that this side of our map just sucked. Second highest OS guy on our team just didn't play to his level at all. I was still no clue where his commander might have died. Like, did he suicided in a corner? Incredible stuff from Chicken Tikka Masala over there. Incredible stuff from Professor Lava Hot. Just having 0 impact. And that's just what you lose games to sometimes, And also have to give credit to Lero. He's another reason why we lost the game. Oh, and this bastard Blue. He's got his little Spectre, his radar invisible spy bot. So how much vision does this actually give you? Here. Quite a bit. Nice. So he could think about building a nuke next with this. This is very smart of him. I like this a lot. You're winning. Just go get a little spy bot in there. Get a little spy bot in there. Love that for him. Well played. Well played. And I think it even gets seen here, but not actually, of course. So you're correct. Yeah. Enemy team is right. I have no anti-nuke. They don't have any nukes. I did put enough pressure into my lane for nobody to feel super free about getting a nuke, right? Oh, and my anti-air is finally hitting it up. And it's just like, I've lost a couple snipers, I've lost the fat boys. We have the anti-air that we need now, but it's just like, it's kind of cursed, huh, folks? It's kind of cursed. And even now, right? I think, like, I've had 7 minutes to make a lab play up here. Like, it's still not the worst thing in the world. I wish that this was dead, but, like, it's still not the worst. I could put it here, you know. Just an unfortunate thing to see. I definitely ended up cloaking these snipers because, yeah, I felt like I had to. Anything else noteworthy here, folks? I don't think so. I hope you've enjoyed as we adventured today back onto the battlefield. Bit of an unfortunate one, you know. Sometimes you just lose because team couldn't hold. I think if, you know, our side of the map here had just kind of held, if it had just kind of been even, obviously I think I would be winning this game. If Dark Blue was crapping his pants, if Crossfade had gotten attacked by Lava Hot, or Dark Blue had gotten attacked by Lava Hot at a reasonable time, you know, that would have had a huge tempo swing on this game. Even if I had gotten my initial pawn into Dark Blue's base, I think that would have had a huge impact on this game. So just that little bit of micro that I didn't finish off. It's so silly of me. I like that. I'm slapping myself in the face that I didn't set the target all the way in. Ooh, hey, we almost missed getting windy on the Beanami channel. There's one for you, folks. Well, I hope you've enjoyed. Hope you've learned. You know, my Tier 3 transition is like blah. I think maybe just going Marauders was the right call here. Surprisingly difficult to tell sometimes when the Marauder is better than the Razorback, right? I think one Razorback with Marauders really would have had a much better impact than my like one Razorback with then the next thing being a Razorback. Especially, yeah, I'm at 90 metal a second. So, yeah. Again, looking at the bars could have told me that. So, yeah, folks, for real this time. Hope you enjoyed. Hope I'll see you again next time when we go Planet Side. Be good in your games. You know, don't don't let the don't let this zoom out and make you angry. You know, because you're never gonna win like that yelling at the boys. So, anyways, folks, see you next time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Bye.